folks. Last week you saw the much more boring version of myself adventure into the abyss with Kira and Reeza. Wait, wasn't there another one? His name sounded like Bubble Time or something? I could have sworn. Nah. Anyway, the deadbeat magician met with his mother and learned, oh boo-hoo, the abyss is a jail. The thieves check in, they don't check out. Then I showed up and things got way more interesting. They're on their last legs right now, hiding behind some cheap magic and probably crying about their imminent demise. In about 3 minutes, I'll be downloading the last bit of life out of them.
Did that evil troll doll get a hold of my recorder? Oh, that tears it! Alright, friends. My wings are just about shredded. Let's load up and take these blighters on.
Pack these especially for Invosry, but I can spare a few for these losers. Crystallized murderbuzz mixed with black powder.
I've still got a few tricks in my pocket.
Now or never. Dance card's looking a little crowded.
I need your shoulder to aim, Valentine.
Feels like I'm being knighted by a Hell's Angel. Reeza levels the shotgun on my shoulder. She pokes the barrel out between my wings and lets loose. The gun lets out a blast of noise and light that has my ears buzzing and spots dancing in my eyes.
Let's start the mosh pit, baby!
Reeza leaps over me, bearing directly down on Shadow Me, who was understandably preoccupied with healing the gaping chest wound she just gave him. She transforms in midair, closing her jaws around Shadow Me's neck. Bloody hells. So that's what I look like with my throat torn out. Zero claps his hands and vanishes, reappearing behind Shadow Reeza. She swipes at Zero with terrifying speed. The pixie explodes into a cloud of pixels, coating the Shadow Shifter with glowing green dots.
This is so sad. Come on, you want to catch me? Real Reeza moves faster in her sleep.
Real Reeza hates you, you know.
Yeah, I know. Oh no, you're firing tiny metal balls at me. Whatever will I do? Oh, I know. I'll just poop away.
Stand still and let me shoot you.
Oh, what a compelling argument. Let me explain something to you. I didn't have time to bring any of my cool devices into the abyss, so while you were shooting at multiple fake versions of me, I've been absorbing the energy of your blast with my doubles and building a little something.
What are you talking about?
I suggest looking down and then looking up. Fire in the hole!
The green pixels scatter across the ground, snap together in a giant X under Shadow Reeza's feet. A tremendous beam of energy lances down from the sky. The force of Zero's beam turns her back into shadow. Oily globs of darkness sputter and dissolve. Goodbye, Shadow Reeza. I guess telling Zero Day to watch Akira paid off. Zero?
Really?
I'll take back half the horrible things I said about you.
Which half?
The half I didn't mean.
Burn.
Speaking of burning, Negative Zero shoots towards Zero Day. I try to call my wings up again to launch the little gob across the field. My wings unfurl, but there's barely a wisp. I can feel an itch on my forearm as the spell's tattoo fades to nothingness. Ashen hells. I launch a blast of cold at Negative Zero, throwing him off course. Pixelated monsters begin popping into existence around him, all of them brandishing oversized video game weapons.
I'll erase you. I'll erase everything.
Oh, are you doing Nier Automata?
Yeah, Yoko Taro forever.
Heck yeah! I mean, no, not cool.
I pour more power into my spell, intensifying my blast of cold into blocks of ice around Negative Zero's legs. He tries to take to the sky, but the ice has frozen his wings as well. I bite into the last piece of Mum's gingerbread. I have a feeling it'll make those busy little ants listen to me. And they do. You know something? I've heard about first thieves, abyssals, demons, deities, blah blah blah. But now I know they left out something scarier. Want to know what they missed, you two-pint rip-off?
What?
Me. And my special abyssal pixie paper shredder, of course.
Oh, come on!
In you go, Shadow Weed.
Ugh. Feel better, Wobbles?
That was pretty cathartic.
Is that the last of them?
Reeza, what's going on? You're not looking so great.
Just give me a moment. My wounds are still healing.
What happened to your reserves, Reeza? Your aura looks like it's been shredded.
Pack strength. Didn't think I'd lose it so quickly.
Pack strength?
When a shifter is part of a pack, their strength is your strength. Their will is your will. I used to have access to that strength. Now I'm
What Flack said. Ootstote.
Utstot. It means outcast.
Oh, ouch. I'm so sorry, Reeza.
Sympathy from you? It must be the end of the world.
Alright, let's rethink our plan of attack. Zero.
I'm still your best fighter, Valentine. You are not sidelining me.
Okay then, so you're not part of a pack. Does it have to be shifters?
What?
I've got magic to spare. As far as I'm concerned, you're part of my pack. Now, how does this work?
Valentine,
How does this work?
take my hand and repeat after me. Du en del av mitt hjärta.
Do handle
Du en del av mitt hjärta.
doer and lav mit hurty.
Close enough. Get ready.
For what? Suddenly I'm barraged with hundreds of memories. Reeza, younger, sailing the seas, meeting Flack for the first time. Meeting me. Our memories, our very selves, flow back and forth, melding with each other. She releases my hand, her gaze steady on me. Hold up, you were, what, a pirate?
More like the pirate mistress queen.
I have so many questions.
I saw Kat. She was something special, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was the first person to really put up with my garbage. She always saw something better in me. I'm guessing you got the full HD recap of my life as well?
That's why shifters go tooth and nail for each other. We know what everyone's fighting for.
So what you did, going against Flack, that must have been like...
It was like tearing my arm off. Slowly.
Any regrets?
If we're all asking questions, I got some too. Like, are the Mayfair apartments supposed to be in the abyss?
What? Oh bloody hells!
Isn't that the place where you and Kat used to live?
What a surprise! Come on, let's go see what fresh nightmare's waiting for us now. Turns out we don't have to wait long for the nightmare. It's sitting on the concrete step, smoking a menthol cigarette. In Varsary, with Kat's face, smiling as we approach. I push a bit of extra will into my magic. Fire and ice begin to swirl around me. Without the wings, they aren't as focused anymore, but I'm pretty sure I can give someone a bad day with what's left.
Valentine, finally it comes to this. You and your pathetic...
Shut up already! We unleash all our arsenals at once. Torrents of flame and frost from my hands, Reeza with her explosive rounds, Zero doing something with a lot of sparks, and Varsary blasts into pieces.
Wait, is she dead?
You killed me the day you told me you loved me, Valentine.
Another Katarina opens the front door. She sits down next to the blasted body beside her, plucks the menthol from its lips, and keeps smoking. More Katarinas emerge, each as bored and contemptuous as the last. Let's cut the dog and pony show in Varsary.
This is the abyss, Valentine. It's dogs and ponies all the way down. Say, maybe your shifter friend would like to witness it firsthand.
Reeza sniffs the air like an animal scenting an approaching storm. A pair of hands bursts from the ground and pulls her under. More Katarinas stream out from the buildings surrounding us.
Oops.
So she went from rip-offs of us to a legion of ex-girlfriends? I don't know which one to zap.
Zap them all! One's gotta be her! I tap the little electric orange rat on my bicep. It wiggles his whiskers and leaps off my arm, scurrying over to the nearest group of cats. A burst of lightning annihilates the group surrounding him. Another tattoo sacrificed. A flashing battery indicator pops up over Zero Day's head.
Oh, crap. That isn't something you see every day.
Zero?
0 Day encountered unexpected error. Gathering data.
Katarina after Katarina swarm over him. They join hands and begin to melt together, forming a prison over the pixie. My friend. The legion of Katarina's parts as Varsary advances on me. I launch blast after blast at her, using up every last ounce of magic I've got. My tattoos blister and peel. None of it makes a difference. She leans close and strokes my cheek.
Oh, you tried, Valentine. You tried so hard, and for that, I admire you. You threw yourself into a battle with impossible odds. Most of your line are survivors, but you, well, You never know when to lay down and quit.
Guess I'm an original.
Hardly. Now, give me the Book of the Thief so we can get this over with. What is so funny?
You forgot about the Ferrygate Shuffle!
No more stories, Valentine.
You want a story? Ask Zero about the time he entered a 0-day lookalike contest and came in 4th. The Ferrygate Shuffle isn't just a story. It's a real bop.
It's amusing to watch you thrash around on the hook. So tell me, what is the Ferrygate Shuffle?
Glad you asked. The Ferrygate Shuffle is when you and 2 of the loudest magic users you know enter the abyss and stir up a right glorious mess. We force you to use something designed to make us use up our reserves. You know, like a whole host of shadow yous. You've got sheer numbers on your side, so eventually you'd overtake us. Plus, you'd need to come out to actually gobble up the thief's magic. So I had you focused on going right, when really you should have focused on us going left.
What in the world are you trying to tell me, thief?
Dunno. You probably should have counted us when we entered the abyss. Kira, what am I trying to tell this demon?
You want to know a secret?
That's the rub, ain't it? Sirens have a scream that can scramble magic. They can even slip through dimensions by blending right into the actual magic that builds your world.
Enough of this!
Another pair of hands bursts from the ground to grab Kira. I see her fearful eyes connect with mine before she's pulled under.
That was briefly inconvenient.
You think that's all I have up my sleeve?
Yes, Valentine, that's exactly what I think. Your gifts from the Inked Goddess are all but spent. Your abyssal magic is useless against me here. You have a few charms in your pockets, but nothing that can remotely harm me.
If I give you the book, will you let Katarina go?
Oh, are you still mooning over her? I'd be more than happy to reunite you with your old flame. You can explain how she lost 30 years while you grew old. Is that what you want for her?
Nah. I know what she'd see if she laid eyes on me again. I'm not the prince come to waken Sleeping Beauty. I'm just another monster after his prey. All my friends, Reeza, Zero, Threadripper, Anne, they bring things into the world and make it a better place. Not us. We just eat what's in front of us and toss the garbage over our shoulder. So let's deal with this. One monster to another.
You don't know what a monster is.
I'm looking at one right now.
No, Valentine, I'm not the monster here. I just want what all living things want.
And what's that?
To live, to grow, to multiply, even to die. Here in the abyss, nothing changes, nothing becomes. An hour is an eternity. Death, though you may pray for it, will never arrive. My time in Katarina's body has been a gift, Valentine. Do you understand? Your ancestor, that conniving magician, stole the magic from the veins of our mother, an abyssal named Sycorax. Mother and father, they made us. We are kin, Valentine. The first thief with all his books mixed her magic with his blood and spilled it on the ground of the abyss. I was born of mortal things and forced into eternal life. He reached into my mouth and shaped my very tongue, gave me name and purpose. He taught me to speak, and my only profit was that I learned to curse. Now I live in one world and long for another. Give me the book, and I will turn your world into mine.
First, a little too much information with the tongue thing. Second, sorry I never sent you a Christmas card, cousin.
Always with the joke. Here is my final offer. If I take your magic, the curse of the thief is lifted. You will never have to enter the abyss.
What about my mother?
Ah, was with your savior complex. Fine. She will be released from her confinement, and her soul will be sent onward.
Onward? To a heaven or something?
How should I know? Your allies are gone, your magic is depleted. Give me the book of the thief, and let this all be done!
Okay. I guess... Okay. Here.
In the flickering firelight, Tabitha ran her hand down Clea's heart trembling back, slick with the sweat of anticipation. The feeling of her flesh recalled the many wild horses Tabitha had tamed on the arroyo. But this was another frontier to conquer. Wait. What?
You fell for it again! Oh my god, I can't believe it! Oh my sides!
You insolent little worm! You won't hand over the book of the thief? Fine! I will hunt down every last one of your friends and consume them all! Anne, Threadripper, Nyx, Madeline, Fiona, GD... Well, okay, maybe not him. And once I'm done with the Queen City, I will pin you to a rock and devour your entrails in front of you for 1,000,000 years! You will know what eternity is in the deepest depths of the abyss!
The abyss! Is that what you think you are right now?
What?
The fairy gate shuffle, you hell's beast! Kira's scream split us off from the magic of the abyss. You were so busy gloating that you didn't even notice. You're in the book of the thief now, cousin. You're in my mind.
No. Valentine, you don't know what you're doing.
Welcome to my demons. Chains erupt from the ground and wrap themselves around Invarsary, binding the demon within my own psyche. Different Valentines begin to appear. Anxious children, angry teenagers, a host of disastrous adults. I really need to start working out. They pull on the chains, holding Invarsary down.
Don't do this, Valentine. You think I'm the worst thing the abyss holds? You have no idea what's coming.
You said it best, Spooky. Nobody hates me more than me.
No!
Finn, come on, get up. You can't quit here.
Cat, I am kinda glad it's you. Here at the end.
Finn, wake up.
Hold up. I'm not dead? Cat, you're alive.
Yes, but the abyss is no place for a reunion. Your friends are here. One of them says you're a ride home. Also keeps calling you Wobbles.
That's his name. Wobbles, we need to go now.
Fiona's waiting for me. I promised I was coming home.
Get up, Drunky Pan. We aren't done yet.
We're all out of magic. Can you scrape something together?
Hold on here. Jackie Smoke gave me a deck of cards. She called it her best work yet. I tear open the cellophane and start shuffling the pack. The face cards are grinning at me. Suddenly, the entire deck erupts and forms a circle in the air. The abyss buckles for a moment and blisters open. That's the way through! Go on, everyone!
Are you coming, Finn?
My mum is somewhere in here. I don't want to leave her.
Trust me, you'll see her again.
I limp through the gate, collapsing in the empty lot that used to be Wonderland.
Boss, I can't believe you did it. You're back.
Nobody kidnaps my employee and gets away with it. I think it's in your workman's compensation agreement. You best be getting home, Ripper. I'm gonna go find a pint and sleep for a decade.
I think that's his way of saying he wants a moment with me.
All right. Come on, everybody. Give him some... Wait a minute. Zero! Used up all your magic again?
I mean...
I got him. Let's go find you a murderbuzz.
Hello there, Cat.
Finn,
You're looking well.
you look tired, Finn.
And a lot older.
It suits you. You were always an old soul.
Yeah. And right now I'm feeling every year. So... What do you... I mean... How...
Are you trying to ask me what I remember?
I guess I am. It's hard to look at you, Cat. I'm sorry.
I remember the whole thing. The ritual, Anniversary coming through, taking my body, shoving me into a little corner of my mind. I've been with her for the last 30 years.
I'm sorry about everything, Kat. About you. About Nico. I wish I'd done something good with all that time.
Something good, Finn. I've seen what you've done. You made friends, forged bonds, changed the very makeup of the city. You think it's an accident that you're the leader of the street magicians?
Leader of the street magicians? What are you talking about?
You'll see.
And what about us? How are we doing, Kat?
Do we have to talk about this right now?
I need to know you don't... I don't know.
Hate you? Blame you for what happened? Oh, I did. But I had a lot of time to think about what we did together. I kept trying to regain control, and Vossy would let me think I had a chance and toss me back into my prison. And then I was angry, raging. I think that part was her favorite. But at some point, you can't be frightened or defiant or angry anymore. You turn numb. That's what the demon really wanted, to feel me shrivel and die. So I made a choice. I decided to hope. The hope that someone would come along, break Vossy open and pull me into the light. I even hoped it would be you. It was the only way to survive. You found me, Fingal. You picked up the phone and rescued me. But there's just so much. I don't know what you're hoping for at this point, and I'm not sure I can give it to you.
This is all I wanted. Just to see you free again.
And I can finally go to a Nirvana concert.
Oh.
Kidding. I was locked away in my mind, not a dungeon.
Gonna be about the Queen City?
For now. I need a place to stay. I need money, don't I? How do I even do that?
Talk to Zero Day. I'm sure he can hack some records. Give you a life. Katarina grins and bumps me with her shoulder. It's the strangest combination of alien and familiar at the same time. It's like the last 30 years have been nothing but a fever dream. And we're the same punk kids outside Wonderland, talking nonsense.
So, what's with the duster?
Remember that time that we went and saw that comic book movie? The lead with the mask and the funky jacket?
What was it? The Grey Spirit?
I love that story, you know. He could solve these mysteries that the cops couldn't. I remember thinking, maybe I could do that.
You always loved those comic book stories.
Now I live in one.
How about that? I have to go, Finn.
Yeah. I know.
I'll see you around.
Sure as the moon whistles a tune. Kat smiles at me and walks down Broad Street, hugging her army jacket close to her small frame. It's strange to see her without an abyssal demon inhabiting her. Just another person on the street now, heading for an ordinary life. Without me. Good for her.
Boss? You ready to go home?
Home? What's that? Is that the place with the couch and the bed? Because I'm going to sleep for a year.
Ha ha, very funny. Come on, hero.
I sit at my desk, staring at a freshly replaced whiskey bottle. Deciding against it, I pull out my phone. Area sensors groggily.
Hello?
Hey there.
Valentine?
Look, you know how you said you'd always be down for a cup of caffeine? Thinking you and I could hit up Roker Jacks and chat.
Oh. Yeah. Just have a little chat about how you saved the world.
Nothing that a trip to the abyss couldn't fix.
All in a day's work for the Hound of the Street Magicians.
Someone's gonna make it official if you keep calling me that.
Wouldn't that be something?
We talk a little longer. You ain't needing to know those details, are you? I thought about how I could move forward. Maybe part of it was making new connections and stepping outside the norm. Maybe Eris was part of that. I guess at this point, I'm moving forward without the map. I'm okay with that. Thanks for listening, folks. The tapes aren't over yet. But until next time, good night, friends. And take care.
free.
You have been listening to the Graveyard Tapes, Blow the Doors Off, Part 2. Written by Dustin Gray and Aidan Morgan. Edited by Angela Dumalag, James Nichols, and Nikki Ewart. Audio engineering by Robin of Psychonautia. Produced by Aidan Morgan. With Chase Hunter as Valentine, Angela Dumalag as Zero Day, Katarina, and Shadow Reeza, Caitlin Sinnott as Reeza, Brianna Jean as Kira, Nikki Ewart as Invasri and Eris, Rick the Whitebird as Negative Zero and Threadripper, Rue Dickey as Shadow Valentine, and Pam Torrimson as the voice.
This is a huge library for an underground, forbidden bunker. Now I'm supposed to find some information on these needle-finger creatures. I walk the long corridors laden with dusty bookshelves from floor to ceiling. Oh look! The Gunslinger's Heat! Collector's Anniversary Edition. 17 copies? Someone was a bit obsessed. Oh my! What's this? Dustin's last spell, huh? Last spell. A few of you knew about her. As you all kinda took this journey with me, I figure it's only appropriate to share. The story is this. I was a stupid, angry teenager, and one day I didn't answer a phone call. For better or worse, the story of Katarina is a phone call I didn't answer. It was one of those moments when your life goes from crappy but alright to blown through the door for no reason. Each of the moments that led up to that call fell like dominoes, ending in consequences that I know I may not be directly responsible for. But I didn't help either. Because I didn't answer the phone, Katarina took her life. In my mind, that ink was added to my ledger. If I answered the phone, if I just let it roll off, forgive her, and at least be a voice in the dark for her, if I said let's grab a coffee tomorrow, and tried to sort out feelings with the first person who listened to me talk about my stupid stories of ferrets and heroes, one of my dumbest stories, and she still loved it. It was the tale of a Raichu with a leather jacket who fought legends. Part of the reason I wrote the tapes was to take away the fury from the passing of Freya and some of the long-term guilt of losing Katarina. I could maybe take some of the self-destructive behavior, pain, and I don't know, be something more. Katarina is a slightly different version of the real girl's name. I chose this because I'm a giant video game nerd, and Kat from Devil May Cry really stuck out. Someone who sees your character, who by all accounts is a world-class screw-up, but she sees someone who's taken his flaws and really run with them. So I took all of that and decided if the real world didn't have justice, I'd steal some and write my own, damn it. Lately, I'm getting good with this idea. Forgiveness is for the forgiver. Part of the story for me was going back to a gravesite I haven't visited in a long time. This was also me writing something because I lost my cat, Freya. She was an epic little Norse battle kitty. She loved hanging out with me while I was playing music, drawing, or playing, ironically, Devil May Cry. She also saw me through something short of hell. It was the help and companionship of two amazing women, Caitlin, who helped me celebrate who Freya was, and pushed me to start writing the story. Secondly, the woman named Anne, who found me as an angry teenager painting train cars. and helped me focus my rage with creativity through sharing her own grief, her art, and finally, some of the words that rang true to me. It's not my fault. She is as close to a saint I've ever had the pleasure of meeting. I slipped a few subtle moments in the Valentine and Katarina scenes, exchanges between us that I still remember with perfect clarity. I really wondered if I wasn't cheapening them. These were moments that were intimate, personal, or just feelings I felt if I shared them, they would feel less special to me. I don't feel that way anymore. The graveyard tapes are partly about making peace with the past and showing the power love can be. Somewhere, I still like to think Katarina's happy with whatever I became. Freya likely chasing down some poor fool in Valhalla, demanding butt scritches and spell. If I had a heart, I might better understand that turmoil. I'm glad you shared, friend. Oh, would you look at that? An entry on needlefinger creatures. Fire, huh? I should tell the others. Tim won't like it, but it's our best chance. Time to go!